Have you ever procrastinated on something you knew you needed to get done and still not do it? Only to feel that familiar weight of shame and guilt. Just yesterday, I was stuck in that loop. But here's the proof that I beat it, this video. And by the end, you'll know exactly how to beat it too. Let me show you. It's easier than you think, so let's get started. But first, before we do that, we need a definition. A definition? Yes, we need to define what is procrastination. Procrastination is when we avoid a task we said we would do for no good reason, despite expecting our behavior to bring negative consequences. Think about that. We know it hurts us in the long run, but we still put it off. Why? Let's break that down. Break down. Let's talk about the science behind procrastination. Why does that sound so amazing? The science behind procrastination. See, when I decided, hey, I need to learn this YouTube thing so my videos can get better, this is how I imagined the process took place. My brain was like, oh, okay, he wants to learn YouTube. Oh, but he don't know nothing about that. Yeah. At that point, the bat symbol, you know, the bat symbol, it goes up in the air. That's how I felt like my brain did. It sent out the bat signal. It was like, help, this man's in trouble. He's trying to do something he don't know how to do. And I don't think I like that. Then my amygdala, which handles emotions and detects threats, it fired off a signal. Intruder alert. He's trying to do something he don't know how to do. We got to stop him. And then at that point, my adrenaline started pumping and my body went into flight, fight, or freeze. I took door number flight. And what I did instead of trying to research the stuff on YouTube that I didn't know how to do, I argued with ChatGPT for the rest of the day about a schedule that I had already created the day before. Now, we're going to get to why we procrastinate. Our brains are wired to avoid tasks that trigger a negative emotion like dread, insecurity, or incompetency. That's why you're less likely to avoid a task that you're competent at or that you enjoy doing. But here's the kicker. The longer we delay, the bigger the fear grows. Yesterday, my fear was so overwhelming that when I went to bed last night, I couldn't sleep. It felt like a monster was smacking me around in my dreams. And of course, you can't get any sleep while you're being smacked around by a monster in your dreams. It was awkward. Now, here's the myth about procrastination. See, there's a lie that we've all believed. Only lazy people procrastinate. It's not true. Studies show that we procrastinate because we care too much and we're afraid of failing, or another way of being said, looking stupid to other people, because we all want to put on our best face and appear to be competent at everything we do. For me, I wanted my first video of 2025 to be a banger. And so it froze me. I didn't know exactly how to make my first video of 2025 a banger. But here's why we need to face our dragons. If we don't face the procrastination monster, it leads to higher stress. It lowers our self-esteem. It even is linked to anxiety or depression. And we don't have time for that. Why? Because we are on a journey to unleash ourselves, our best selves. And to unleash our best selves, we can't be procrastinating. We can't be feeling shame and guilt. Sorry, this is my new accent. I just came up with it. I moved to the South and it's just a thing, okay? Don't trip. I promised you that I would give you the 3 steps to overcoming procrastination. But first, we have to start with a quote. The unexamined life is not worth living. Socrates. And you're like, wait a minute, what does that quote have to do with procrastination? Who put this quote in the script? Yeah, this script. Who wrote that in there? Oh, I did? Oh, okay. Okay, so it obviously had a point. We'll figure out what that point is next. Number 1, we're going to identify the fear. And that's where it comes back to the quote, the unexamined life, because we're now going to identify the fear. And how are we going to do that? We're going to do that by asking ourselves questions. What about this task scares me? For me, when I was thinking about hopping on YouTube to try to figure out how to make my videos better, the ones that are stuck at 20, 30 views, man, it was overwhelming because I didn't know how to find inspiration on YouTube. Like, there's not a video that says find inspiration on YouTube, so I didn't know how to do that. But when I wrote it down on paper, I realized the solution was pretty simple. Once I wrote it down on paper, it was to, I know this is going to sound groundbreaking, it was to open YouTube and look at the videos on the homepage and see which one inspired me. Wow. And when I did that, I was able to find inspiration. Yep. I found some inspiration. I had to write it down on paper to see how foolish my thought was. Moving on. Number 2, show yourself some compassion. We're not flawed for procrastinating. In fact, if I'm being honest, the fact that you even recognize that you procrastinate means you're pretty self-aware, because there are many people in this world that will procrastinate, not know they're procrastinating, and then blame everybody else for why they're not getting stuff done. But that's not you, because come on, you're watching a video about how not to procrastinate and you made it this far. You are the kind of person that gets stuff done. So be patient with yourself while you're working through it. And the last one, number 3, take small steps. I know you've heard the saying, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Yes, that's how you're going to tackle whatever you're procrastinating on. Ask yourself, what is one small thing I can do in the next 5 minutes towards whatever it is that you're procrastinating on? And then go do that. And what happens is that small action, it starts momentum. And an object in motion tends to stay in motion. What happens is once you start that first 5 minutes, that 5 minutes will turn into 10 minutes. And then you'll be well on your way to finishing whatever it is you were procrastinating on. But to kickstart it, just one bite. Remember, procrastination isn't about laziness. It is about fear. And fear shrinks the moment we decide to take action. Because we all about that action, boss. All about that action, boss. I just made it up. But not the all about the action, boss. That came from Marshawn Lynch. But putting it together with a hook like that behind a beat. But there was no beat, but you get what I'm saying. So identify your fears by taking out a piece of paper and writing it down. It's something about seeing what you think on paper that gives you a fresh perspective. And then remember to show yourself some grace and take the first bite. The journey to unleashing yourself, your best self, it starts with a single step. Let's take that step together. Let me know in the comments what you have been procrastinating on and what you are getting ready to go do right now. Why? Because I'm nosy and I want to know what you're procrastinating on. I want to help support you on you taking that first bite. All right. Let me know in the comments. Okay. All right. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, subscribe, turn on your notifications so you don't have to worry about not getting the next video. And with that being said, I'm gone.